displaying the glory of God's creation by exploring America one park at a time. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave, the park's professor. First hole. The par and distance are at the top of the screen. This is the most open hole on this course, and it's a dogleg right with some dense woods on the inside of the dogleg. We're going to see a lot of that dense woods as we walk about this course. There was also a picnic table to the left, and that would be a safety hazard if someone was sitting there. Fortunately, there wasn't when I came here. There's the first basket and the view back to the tee. The second hole is another dogleg right, but it is much tighter and has a much lower ceiling than the first hole. The open area you see off to the left is a walking trail, and we're going to see plenty of that walking trail over the next 3 holes. I want to welcome you back to Parking Full Time. I am Big Dave, the park's professor. We are at Creek Ridge County Park. We are in Michigan City, Indiana, and therefore we are in Northwest Indiana. There's the second basket, and there's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The third hole is the shortest hole on this course, and honestly it's also the most boring hole. Just keep your disc under the tree limbs here, and this should lead to an easy birdie. I captured this video on Thursday, September the 19th, and it was a warm and sunny day with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s when I came here. There's the view back to the tee. The fourth hole may be the most memorable hole on this course. It's a sharp dogleg right, and it's completely surrounded by dense woods, except for the open area, which is the walking trail that you see up ahead here. To make a birdie on this hole, you're probably going to have to make a long putt. There's no way you're going to get a disc through the dense woods off to the right, and it's going to be really tough to bend your disc flight enough to get all the way around the dogleg in just one throw. So this is definitely the most unusual hole on this course. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but it's definitely memorable. There's the view back to the tee. The fifth hole heads away from the walking trail, and in fact we are not going to see that walking trail again, well, not really. The distance on this hole would indicate that maybe this hole should be a par 3, but this hole is a slight double dogleg. It doglegs slightly to the right first, and then just on up here it's going to dogleg slightly back to the left. The dense woods is everywhere on this hole, and honestly at this point the dense woods get kind of repetitive and kind of tiresome. At this point it would be nice to have something a little more open. Also, there is no elevation change anywhere on this course, and those two things combined make this course not terrible, but not the best either. The sixth hole is a sharp dogleg left. It is the tightest hole yet, and yes, as you would expect by now, the dense woods are everywhere. But this hole is short enough that if you execute a good right-to-left throw, you can get up here close to the basket and set up a birdie opportunity. This is actually a very strategic and in some sense a very pivotal hole on this course. There's the sixth basket, and there's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The seventh hole is the longest hole on this course. There's one tree in the middle of the fairway about 50 feet in front of the tee that we just passed. Other than that, this is a reasonably wide fairway. The main issue on this hole is the ceiling. The ceiling is a very low ceiling. And the thought occurred to me, given how wide this fairway is, the fairway is completely flat, it's firm packed dirt and mowed grass, and this hole's reasonably straight. Because of all that, the thought occurred to me a roller throw would actually be a pretty good candidate on this hole. I know some people hear roller throw and they think, roller throw, now discs are designed to fly, not roll on the ground. Well, okay, but I'm pragmatic, I'll do what works, and a roller throw could work here. The eighth hole is another fairly straight hole, with a reasonably wide fairway but a very low ceiling. You want to use a right-to-left disc flight here in order to get the highest ceiling, or another option, yes, roller throw. That really could work here. I do want to thank you for watching. Parking Full Time would not be anything without the people who watch, I realize that every day, and I hardly thank you every day. That walking path that we saw earlier actually makes one more appearance well off to the left here. It's not really in your way on this hole like it is on a couple of the other holes, but it does kind of appear. The 9th hole is the final hole on this course. It's a dogleg left around this large tree that you see on the inside of the dogleg. Once you get around the dogleg, it's another reasonably wide fairway that heads up to the basket to conclude the course. Overall, this course is okay. There's no elevation whatsoever on this course. There's more dense woods than I would like to see. I'd like to see a little more variety. Also, the tee pads are dirt, and it really could use some better tee pads. But for a quick half round in northwest Indiana just off of I-94, or if you want to practice your roller throw if you're into that sort of thing, then it gets the job done. That is the end of the course. Have a great afternoon, take care, and Lord bless.